Add tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up, what up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris. Good morning. What is going on today? It is January 31st. It is 2024. Today is the last day of the month. We are happy to have you and for you to be a part of Beyond the Blockchain podcast. We've been doing so many things to prepare for some of the things that's getting ready to happen. Event planning, community building, learning, exploring, financial, and I thank you guys. We made it for our first end of the month, January 31st podcast, and yeah, we are here. So today we're going to start the day off, and already know how we do this. We start the day off where we talk about what's going on here. Okay, yeah, I'm a little discombobulated. Sorry guys, just a little discombobulated because I've been doing a lot of work within the day. But no, without further ado, no shameless plug. Wait a minute. See, I don't have all the stuff going. Like, now I need to get the soundtrack popping. Okay. Soundtrack popping. It is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. Today is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. What are you doing on Hump Day? Oh, I got a great meeting today. Shout out to Val, Angel Investor Syndicate. We will be having an interview with him. But this Monday coming, we have founder Dio will be coming in, co-founder of Glass.xyz. It's the NFT that is surviving within the music space with videos, and like the interview is dope. We talk about financial literacy. We talk about a lot of things. So look forward to tuning in. But if you haven't got a chance to check out some of the past interviews and some of the past shows, well, voila, you can pull up the podcast, you can pull up the YouTube. You can pull up Spotify, YouTube, Google, and you can check out some of the past interviews that I've had on the Beyond the Blockchain podcast. And like I said, I done had some great guests to come in, some very informative information, a lot of stuff that has been happening within the Web3 crypto space, and I've been on top of it, and I've been bringing you exclusive information, exclusive products. Matter of fact, we're going to somehow figure out how we can talk about this UCOC airdrop that I'm going to do for the community. We also been talking about DPIN for the last couple of days, the decentralized physical infrastructure, for all those who have not been watching my show and paying attention. But I'm getting ready to turn into getting some money. So the people who know me, know what I do, holla at me, get a part of this community, see what's going on. As I move on, the first thing we always talk about for today is crypto prices. We are still in the $40,000 range, which is a good thing, right? So, there's a lot of things that come a part of being a part of changing and trading, right? There's anticipation, right? It's being antsy, right? Because you want it to go, you want it to happen now, right? But the thing about it is you gotta have patience. If you don't have patience. So the other day I showed me doing some day trading, like here and there, right? And I have to use the tools myself to express to myself that I need patience, so I'm not jumping out the window and doing things just because of greed. Being able to control your greed and temptation is the ultimate discipline. That's why meditating, exercising is very important, especially within my lifestyle. But we're going to move back into talking about this. So instead of having the fear and having the stress, hoping to go up and down, all you gotta do is every Thursday or every Friday or every pay period, just throw a little change in the bag. That's all you do. Don't even worry about it. Just throw a little change in the bag and just keep looking. This is not financial advice. I am not giving you financial advice. It might have sounded like it, but that's not what I was giving you. Do your own research, figure out what you want to do, but I'm just telling you how I'm functioning in this space. DCA, dollar cost average. That's it. And then, like I said, in 2050 or 2030 or whatever that number is that this thing is going to hit 250 or 300 or whatever this speculative number that they're supposed to hit, then just think about it like this. You in the game. That's all I got to say. You're in the game. See, the thing is, you can't be in the game if you're not in the game. You can't stand on the side of the game and say, I'm going to get on the game. It's like you playing double dutch. You just like this, but you ain't jumping. You just like, nah, you got to get in the game. So, getting in the game, I always go to my go-tos. I always go to like all of my information. Let's see what Crypto Ash is talking about. Grayscale selling is slowing down. BlackRock Fidelity accumulation is increasing to 4 billion. Tether is minting billions of UST. Bitcoin is back above 42,000. Feels like the next leg is up for Bitcoin, and crypto has started. Crypto will be printing millionaires by 2025. Do you have the patience and the discipline to take 12 months and put your 12 months into executing a long-term goal? Do you have that discipline? That's all it's about. Like, forget all the fear, forget all the hype. Buckle down, get into the mix of being focused and accomplishing goals, right? It's like you're playing on a team, and you gotta have practice, right? If you ain't practicing, then when it's time to you can't score because your shot is off. You ain't get all the kinks out. Get the kinks out. Financial literacy is very important. We wasn't taught that. Now it's there. All the information is there. It's right here. It's in your phone. It's in your pocket. You can just beep, beep, and right there, financial literacy. Moving on. I'm not going to go into my spill because there's a lot of stuff happening in the news. And we're going to definitely talk about this. Elon Musk claims Neuralink has implanted a brain chip in the first human. Okay, so, sometimes I be having these ideas, right? Like, a lot of this stuff we already seen before. They already portrayed it to us in an imaginational form on movie, film, cartoons. They already did this, right? But to actually really do it in real life is like, this is different. But, it takes me to a place to where I don't know if anybody got a chance to see Illyrium, right? I think that movie came out in 2013. I'll play the trailer. I'll let you get a chance to see it. So in the movie, right, the whole concept of the movie was there are different classes of people, okay? So there are classes of people who have a Neuralink or something like that, and they're able to go to this place. Oh, yo, you know what? The more I talk about this sounds like Elon Musk. You're able to go to this place, right? So imagine Elon Musk he's building on Mars, right? Oh my goodness. He's building on Mars. And then you got the Neuralink right? So in the movie, the way they talk about it is they're going to hijack this guy and grab all the richest guy and get all his information and his passcodes out of his Neuralink, right? And then go be rich. But what end up happening is they end up getting the guy like a Elon Musk who had the back end code to shut down the whole ecosystem of the Neuralink and the space the space like the world that they had in space, like they built this whole spaceship, right? They did all of this and they end up getting this guy and they end up ending the world. I'm not gonna lie, the movie was excellent, but I never fathomed in 2013 that this will be happening 9 years later, right? Because we in 2024, right? Nah, no, 11 years, excuse my math. 11 years later, this is like happening in real life. So a lot of this stuff is exciting, but then a lot of this stuff is scary because if the movies that they're showing us is gonna happen in real life, right? Then we should expect the Terminator. We should expect a robot, iRobot. These are expectations that we should already have. We shouldn't have no expectations of this doing anything but what it's doing right now. Like we're venturing into new innovations, and then the new innovations start venturing into us and figuring out that we're not important, that we go back on our word and we function off of love and emotions, and feelings can deter you from doing one thing that your mind says to do something else. Like AI robots, they're not going to understand the compassion of a person when they really feel sorry or things really hurt or really hit your heart, right? Emotional. It's not going to be there. So it's going to be out of touch. But I'm not going into my rant because I'm ranting today. Today's a lot of ranting about some of the stuff that's going on. But we seen this in the movie. If you haven't got a chance to see it in the movie, go and check it out. 2013. Matt Damon was the main character in the movie. You see what I'm saying? We already dealing with bad training and officers and all of that other stuff that comes along with it, right? But now you can really have these robots, right, that is going to have a position towards you that might not be positive. It's not going to be like an even playing field. You hear what I'm gonna rewind it back because he made mockery of the robot, right? And the robot's like, "Hey, you want a pill?" Like a pill is not the answer. You know, when they started giving Ritalin and all this stuff to the kids back in the 99, 2000, I'm like, yo, that is not, I never felt like that was the answer. It's not the answer. It's not. So if they programming you to say that's the answer, then when these robots come and they decide that they want to detain you because you're crazy, they believe you're crazy or whatever belief or programming they have, and they offering you pills and offering to lock you up, like there's a out of touch reality that's going on with all of this AI stuff. And for me, I've been saying it for a while. Like there gotta be ways that we can combat against fighting against this. We already fighting against ourselves, right? We got war, everybody got guns to protect themselves, they got military, we got, you feel me, all of this stuff going on. I don't know if y'all even know about this, but if you get a chance to Google, they have a parade of veterans that's going to the border to support the border because they don't believe in Biden and what he's doing and not protecting the country. So now that all of this stuff is going to the border, this thing is getting ready to be crazy. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up some video of this parade going to the border. Is hundreds of veterans going to the border. And you can't find none of this stuff when you search it. You can't find none of this stuff when you search it. I want to find just a one little clip where it shows you that they there. Okay, here you go right here, matter of fact. Okay, let me get that up. Let me get that up on the screen real quick. Let me get that on the screen real quick so you can check it out.
I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit, and then I'm gonna come over there on your side of the table. Hey folks, how's it going? Chuck Holton here, and I'm with Pete Chambers, Doc, Lieutenant Colonel, retired, Green Beret Pete Chambers. He's with the Spackle Forces. Third group and 19th group, correct?
Correct.
We're not gonna go through all this. I'm just gonna scan it forward to where. Oh, see, this isn't a good one. Give me 1 second. Let me back this up a little bit. But they have, look, a live brigade of trucks going down to the Texas border to fight for. They don't want these people coming in. But here you go, right here. Here's a good one right here.
If you really want to fight and want to stand up, fine, do so in the ballot.
Right now, a group with the intention of stopping migrants from entering the U.S. heads to border towns, including one near Eagle Pass. The Take Our Border Back convoy says it'll be calling on the government to address the crisis at the border. And tonight, some are questioning the group's motives.
That's right. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jonathan Martinez.
I'm Mandy Noel.
In a video the group posted online, they say they condemn violence and aren't looking to engage with anyone. As News 4 San Antonio's Amanda Henderson reports, law enforcement along the border preparing for the convoy to arrive a bit later this week.
1,500 miles away from San Antonio, the Take Back Our Border convoy has started its journey toward border towns.
And we're ready. We're ready to hopefully peacefully, and then nothing will happen.
The group's goal, according to their website, is to peacefully assemble on Saturday and call on government leaders to address the southern border. We reached out for comment, but have not heard back. USA! USA! No one knows for sure how many people are arriving, but officials say they're preparing for a large number. One of the convoys will stay in Quemado, about 20 minutes north of Eagle Pass in Maverick County. Sheriff Tom Schmerber of Maverick County says hours ago his office met with other law enforcement groups, including Border Patrol, the Department of Public Safety, and the FBI.
But we are going to have officer presence. We're going to have the DPS, my deputies, and so just. They can do whatever they want to as long as it's peaceful.
In a video the group posted on social media, they say there are no plans to go to the wall or ports of entry, something Sheriff Schmerber says they want to keep everyone traveling to the border to keep in mind.
And they know the area, the DPS officers, they know the area, and we want to prevent something very, a tragedy. Somebody getting hurt. Anybody that wants to work in this area has to go to the sheriff's office. And we have to approve it. But we're not approving anybody that's not from here or don't have any credentials.
Sheriff Schmerber says they will have another preparation meeting later this week to figure out anything that might have come up between now and then.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me explain to y'all something. They not having it. Y'all see this? This isn't black. This isn't black. This isn't white. This is America. That's what this is. And there's an issue because the regular people that has been here all of this time, that has been working, has been having bad jobs, bad health care, now all of a sudden they're getting passed over for people that's just coming in here. and now resources being taken away, this is an issue. You can't see this not being an issue. And then we got the stuff happening overseas. All of this stuff is an issue. It's a little scary to where we at in our space. You know, at some point in time, I never thought that they will shut down the government. And then we had COVID come in, and it was a real thing that nobody can go outside. And then it was locking people up for going outside. And then they put in all of these stupid rules and laws, and people had to lose their jobs for not wanting to take the shot. And then once it came election time, all of a sudden you didn't have to take the shot. Now all these thousands of fire workers, EMS, healthcare workers now who decided not to do it, all of a sudden it's okay for them. Listen, I know what we dealing with right now with the president debate and all of that, and I really don't get into politics too much. I watch and sit on the side and make my decisions based off of my research. But the way it looks and the way we going, it's gonna be rough. It's definitely gonna be rough. Let's move on. It is Beyond the Blockchain, and like I said, I would like to always talk about all types of stuff happening. I've been talking about this coin for a little minute, right? Like if you've been to some of my past shows, you see me talk about two of them, SUI and SEI or SIE, one of the two SUIs, right? Now today, SUI becomes the top 10 DeFi blockchains less than in a year. So what does that mean? In less than a year, they've been the top 10. Writing's on the wall, guys. The writing's on the wall. Do I even need to say anything? If they're the top and they have their own coins, and my other check is if it has anything to do with real world impact, this looks like real world impact. Ah, man. The total value jumped more than 1,000% in 4 months. You know, there are certain things that you can say, but when I looked at this thing, I knew for a fact that this was something that I had to check out and do my deep dive in. But yeah, do your own research, but check it out. Moving on. I talk about this all the time. And this is kind of important. I talk about this all the time. And when I talk about it is that AI is good for productivity, but it is also, let me fix my camera here because I can't have my beat off. But it's also gives you an extra task because you have to fact check AI. Fact checking the information that you're receiving from something that people put in, and what happens when you don't fact check. I said it before, the guy from Pablo Segarra's interview about these attorneys that decided to use ChatGPT for a case and got themselves in a whole lot of trouble because the ChatGPT made his own stuff up. And guess what? Rhyming AI powered clock sometimes lies about the time and makes words up. The time and it makes words up. Word up. You know, says Kickstarter seeks 103K for fun fact ChatGPT Fed clock may have hallucinated the time. So you trying to tell me ChatGPT is on shrooms? It's making up time. It says, with streams that rises, a cup so fine, 9:41, it's coffee time. Oh man, let's see. I always say this: if you don't have the tools to use them, then why even have them? So, yeah, I know what's going on.
On Tuesday, product developer Matt Webb launched a Kickstarter funding project for a whimsical e-paper clock called the Poem/1 that tells the current time using AI and rhyming poetry. It's powered by the ChatGPT API, and Webb says that sometimes ChatGPT will lie about the time or make up words to make the rhymes work.
Imagine your favorite rapper making up words, but to be honest with you, words have been made up. Definitely words have been made up. Word up. Hollington and all the ton and ting. And yeah, words have been made up. That is one of the things that is a part of hip hop culture, but I very seriously doubt is a part of AI culture to make up words. But no, it is a part of AI's culture to make up words because it's only spewing information that it already has, and it just tries to make it sound smart. That's just like somebody, like somebody goes and reads all the buzzwords in Web3 and crypto, and then try to have a conversation, but just using buzzwords, like. Moving on. This is Beyond the Blockchain podcast. This is one of the things that is going to determine a lot of stuff too. We're waiting to see the top of the year what the Federal Reserve is going to do. Are they going to hold the interest rates? Because now this is going to change the plateau of everything: real estate, crypto trading, everything. We also dealing with the logistics issue that they're having in the Mediterranean Sea. Their products is getting ready to start costing 3 times the price because they can't go through the Mediterranean Sea or the Red Sea, right, because of the pirates. So we getting ready to, in 2024, 2025, we getting ready to hit some real crunches that's going to hit our pockets financially. So my suggestion to anybody, and this is not financial advice, find other ways to diversify your portfolio. Have many eggs in the basket. You know what I'm saying? Not only just one, because one thing might fail over here, but then one thing might work over there. So this is what's going on within our space. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. But in the music section, TikTok, Universal Music Group will be removing all this music, all this catalog from TikTok. I'm curious. I actually haven't got a chance to hold up. Let's see. You know how we do, man. If it's not gonna take care of us, why even use it? Come on, iRobot, speak for me.
MG says that its attempts to negotiate a new license with TikTok collapsed after it pressed the ByteDance-owned service on 3 critical issues, including appropriate compensation for our artists and songwriters, protecting human artists from the harmful effects of AI, and online safety for TikTok's users.
I get it. I would say the same thing. I would definitely say the same thing. Because we have to protect. Like, if you sign to a big corporation, AI is an issue. Like, this cloning thing is an issue. We already talked about the Culture Vultures that started his own thing that's on Google that put out these songs. Funny story.
In an official statement in response to UMG's announcement, TikTok has said, "It is sad and disappointing that Universal Music Group has put their own greed above the interests of their artists and songwriters."
Oh yeah? That's what y'all saying? Just a little bit at a time, right? We're not going to kill it, but we're going to definitely keep abreast.
Despite Universal's false narrative and rhetoric, the fact is they have chosen to walk away from the powerful support of a platform with well over 1 billion users that serves as a free promotional and discovery vehicle for their talent. TikTok has been able to reach artist-first agreements with every other label and publisher. Clearly, Universal's self-serving actions are not in the best interests of artists, songwriters and fans. MBW understands from a source close to TikTok that the platform has argued behind the scenes that it is not a music streaming platform and should not be licensed as such. ByteDance is understood to have argued that because its users cannot, as yet, play full songs on the main TikTok platform, it should not be tied to music rights licensing agreements that are structured in the same way as, for example, UMG's deals with Spotify or Apple Music. In an open letter issued earlier today, Universal Music Group claimed that with respect to the issue of artist and songwriter compensation, TikTok proposed paying our artists and songwriters at a rate that is a fraction of the rate that similarly situated major social platforms pay.
Let's see what Metro Boomin had to say about this.
Multi-award-winning producer and artist Metro Boomin today responded to a tweet which says, itself posted in reaction to the UMG news, that just like that the TikTok era of music is over.
Just like that. Just like that. Oh man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. The last thing I am going to talk about is what are crypto points. This is Beyond the Blockchain. We do this each and every day, 10 a.m. to 11, 10 to 10:30. On Mondays, I have special guests. Our special guests could be VCs, it could be co-founders, it could be designers. So far, for the top of the year, I had four guests on the show. We're gonna get a little bit more diverse. I'm gonna bring some other talented people in other sectors. We're not always gonna be having conversation about music and film. We definitely gonna be talking about finances. And like I said, I got a group that I'm forming that we will be doing decentralized infrastructure projects. If you're interested, reach out, join the Telegram group Web3 Network. This is United Colors of Crypto, where we do things that's unbeknownst to everybody else is doing, and we do them together as a team. We eat together, we grow together, right? But what crypto points are? Crypto points refer to a system of Web3 projects used to assign value to certain behaviors. Web3 projects developers may give out crypto points to gamify their protocol, aid with governance or voting, airdrop farming, and more. These points can be a bridge to cryptocurrency payments and other rewards. So the reason why I'm saying that, and I just did my own shameless plug, is because we will be incentivizing people within our community, right? You know, no one wants to work for free. Everybody, there are value within time. People don't understand that time is very valuable because you never receive it back unless you're receiving something on the other end that overvalues your time and it makes make sense. But overall, here at Beyond the Blockchain Podcast, United Colors of Crypto and Web3 Network, we're an ecosystem. So make sure you tune in each and every day, see what we got going on, see how I can help you help us. This is Beyond the Blockchain Podcast. Make sure you tune in Monday for an exclusive interview with Dio, co-founder of Glass.xyz. And thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Our tracks on the beat.
Meet up in New York City. I am Abby Harris, your host today.
What up? Welcome to Beyond the Blockchain. I am your host, Abby Harris.